Heart-pounding engines roar, dust in the air, chasing dreams in the night without a care. Steel beats from down, gripping that track, velocity racing, don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. Sweat and grease fill the edge of the fight, headlights slice through a moonless night, elbows out ready for the clash, every twist, every turn, adrenaline flash. In the dirt where legends are made, speed and danger never fade, racing hearts in the lead to feel, velocity keeps it real. In the dirt where legends are made, speed and danger never fade, racing hearts in the lead to feel, velocity keeps it real. Don't look back. Don't look back. Spectators scream as the races align, a dance with danger on a thin white line. High octane in the veins, rush of thrill, competing with fate, chasing that mill. Three warriors that think of the grind, fierce and focused, always one of a kind. Victory tastes sweeter under the lights, velocity racing, fueled by the fright. In the dirt where legends are made, speed and danger never fade, racing hearts in the leagues of steel, velocity keeps it real. In the dirt where legends are made, speed and danger never fade, racing hearts in the leagues of steel, velocity keeps it real. Don't look back. Don't look back.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in. Let's get it. We're about ready to set these drivers loose. We're getting ready to go to battle here in this one. What's good, Kazi? Kazi coming in, showing the love over there on YouTube. Says, let's go, baby. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You guys came here for a show. Well, let's get it go. Let's get it going here, chat. Let's get it going, man. We got to put some good racing on here this afternoon. So far, looks like Streamlabs is working perfect here this afternoon. Last night, we ran into a shit ton of lagginess and everything else. I do believe the Streamlabs servers were just, unfortunately, not working very good. But here tonight, we are off to a good start. Looks like things are better, so hopefully they got their servers working good. Hopefully everything will be smooth and clear sailing here this afternoon, as we do have the Velocity Racing League here this evening, getting ready for another amazing night of racing action from the beautiful Volusia Speedway Park. Drivers are jumping out onto the racetrack right now. Their qualifying session getting underway, so they're going to be looking to lay down some quick times out there on the Speedway. Do see the 88 rider Joshua Colburn out there. Dane Hedrick out there as well. Hedrick in the 10 ride, currently quickest here in qualifying. Justin Byram in that beautiful number 19 ride slides out there onto the Speedway. The East Coast Sim Sports Team CFM Esports ride, currently 4th fastest here. See if we can get a little quicker on lap number 2. Doesn't look like it. He doesn't find too much more speed, but does get a little quicker, but doesn't advance any farther than that 4th position. Tyler Brickford into 2nd, and a new quick time here in qualifying. Chase Copeland to the top of the speed charts. Craig Wheeler into position number 2. We'll have to wait and see if Wheeler can try to wheel this number 79 ride into the top spot here. See if he gets a little speed. He does. New quick time. Craig Wheeler, quickest here in qualifying as of right now. Kyle Brennan down across the line here. He jumps up into that 4th position. We do see Ryder English. He jumps into about the 7th spot. It's Colton Jordan into position number 3. Is the Wall Rider Photography Plum Wild Podcast number 8 ride, the Carolina Sim Sports Machine, there in third. So currently inside the top 3 here for qualifying. We do see the Speed Ranch, the Midwest Outlaws, number 83 rider, Chase White. He's going to slide up into second here. A great lap time there for Chase White, but he's going to call it right there after that lap. He's not going to run the second one here. We do see Colton Jordan still out on the racetrack, but I do believe he has just taken his car off of the speedway. Here comes the 20 ride of Justin White. White going to look to lay down some quick times here on the speedway. Is already some great racing, some great action out here on the speedway. As qualifying, man, there's a lot that can happen here. You got to get your night off to a good start as the RPM number 11 ride, Cody Johnson, out there on the speedway. We'll see what Cody can do out here on the racetrack. Is currently 10th fastest in qualifying, this time by the start finish line to end his qualifying session. He'll slide into the 4th position, so move Copeland or Johnson now inside the top 5 here. So he jumps into that 4th spot. We do see Tyler Bannister. He's going to jump up into 3rd. So Bannister up into the 3rd spot. So a couple late race drivers here. The end of qualifying sliding their way towards the front of the field here as our qualifying session is going to come to a close. That means we're going to get ready to rock and roll here with our A main feature event. Our A main about to get underway, as Richard Call says, Peekinator, yes, Sirski, Hard Nail Darnell, Hard Nail Darnell. I don't know, that doesn't really have quite the ring to it there. As Maddie Morgan says, go Babe, cheering on her Babe out there on the racetrack. And Drixie, hopefully I'm saying that right. Drixie says, sitting 7th, I'm a drop like a fly. Oh no. Hopefully not. As, yeah, we appreciate everyone tuning in. My boy Justin Young as well coming in, showing the love. Says, good evening, race fans. How are you, Justin? How are you, brother? Hopefully you're having yourself a great night as well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you haven't already, make sure, guys, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button, as we're going to get ready here to rock and roll with Heat Race number 1. Heat Race number 1 is about to get underway, and we are about to set these drivers loose for what's going to be an absolutely amazing night of racing action. Starting on the pole, quickest in qualifying is the 79 ride of Craig Wheeler. To his outside in the 1 machine, that is Chase Copeland. Ryder English there in 4th with Tyler Brinkford, who will start in that 3rd spot on the speedway. The 86 of Derek Darnell will start there in the 5th position in the Peekinator. Tanner Peak gonna round out our top 6 here on the speedway as we get ready to go to Green Flag Racing. Heat Race number 1 is about to get underway. Who do you guys think? Who will win this first heat race of the evening? Will it be Wheeler? Will it be Copeland? Does Brinkford put himself into the winner's circle here in heat race number 1? Or Ryder English maybe putting himself into that top spot? Or do we see a driver from the back row? Tanner Peak, Peekinator, Derek Darnell, do they find their way into that number 1 position at the end of this first heat race? We're about to find out. Is down at a corner number 4. The green flag will fly quickly for the 32 of Craig Wheeler. Wheeler out in front. The Speed Ranch 79 right will lead us down into corner number 1 and down the back straightaway here as he's blinking quite a bit here for the 79 right. A tough break there for him as we won't be able to watch him too much. That blinkingness is really going to make the stream look real choppy, and we don't want that. It's right there behind him, the 110 machine. That is the Volusia Speed Shop East Coast Sim Sports Team CFM Esports number 1 machine of Chase Copeland. Copeland sitting there in 2nd. Ryder English there in position number 3 is Tanner Peak, already up a couple spots here. The Peekinator on the move towards the front of the field here is Tanner Peak there in the 4th spot, working himself around Tyler Brinkford and the 86 of Derek Darnell to start this heat race. Craig Wheeler, though, out in front, continuing to lead the way. Wheeler at the front of the pack and just continuing to try to open up that gap between himself and Chase Copeland. Copeland trying to run him down, trying to chase him down in a quick hurry. Scrubs the outside wall there and down the front straightaway. Luckily enough, no damage, and able to keep that car rolling and pointing in the right direction as Ryder English back there in position number 3, trying to get this beautiful looking number 16 ride up towards the front of the field. As door to door back there behind him, you did see that 07 ride of Tyler Brinkford trying to get his bearings here and trying to work himself back up towards the top 3 here on the speedway as he's already slid back a couple spots. He was looking down low trying to find something underneath that 913 of Tanner Peak. Peak not giving him any anything, though, as he is reeling in the 16 ride of Ryder English in a quick hurry. Ryder English is going to have to be careful as Tanner Peak, the Peakinator, is going to be right there in a quick hurry. And here he comes. He's going to roll around the outside and move. Tanner Peak now into the third position. The Peakinator on his way to the front of the field is that 913 machine now into position number 3. Brickford going to follow right there with him around the number 16 of Ryder English. English slides all the way back now into that 5th position. And here comes Derek Darnell. Darnell looking to try to join this battle, see if he can try to work himself around that 16 machine, as well as Craig Wheeler continues to lead the way. Wheeler will see that white flag fly, so one more time around here in heat race number 1. One more lap here for Wheeler as he sends it down into 3 and out of 4. It is Craig Wheeler picking up the first heat race win of the afternoon. Chase Copeland there in second. Tanner Peak, the Peakinator, coming home in third with Tyler Brickford, Derek Darnell, Ryder English, rounding out our top 6 here in heat race number 1. As we'll get ready now for heat race number 2. Heat race number 2 about to get loaded into the sim. We will take a look and see who will be bidding for the win here in this one. As drivers will get loaded up on the front straightaway. We'll take a look at them as they kind of come in. Starting on the pole in the 83, that is Chase White. To his outside in the number 9 ride, that is Cody Johnson. Starting in position number 3 in the 39, that is Kyle Brennan. And to his outside in the 19, that is Justin Byram. Starting in the 5th position in the 16 right, that is Connor Cullen. And to his outside in the Volusia Speed Shop, Tac 3 Sweet Victory Apparel number 10 machine, that is Connor New. So Connor New starting back there in that 6th position. We'll see if New can work himself towards the front of the field here in this one. He's going to be a threat out there on the racetrack, always is whenever he's behind the wheel and out there on the speedway. We'll see if he can work himself around some stiff competition and try to work himself into a transfer spot here this afternoon. As top 3 is what we're looking for here. Top 3 will advance into the A main feature event. Everybody else will go to our consolation race. As quickly Chase White sees that green flag fly. White will lead us down through 1 and out of 2. He'll take us down the back straightaway for the first time here in heat race number 2. Down through 3 and out of 4. He's got the 11 machine right there on his back bumper, as that is Cody Johnson in the 11 ride here this week, not the 9 ride. So the 11 machine of Johnson all over the back bumper here of Chase White, but White does lead lap number 1 and looking to lead lap number 2. And how do you do? Connor New quickly working himself up into a battle here for the 3rd spot on the speedway. Slide jump, crossover here down through 1 and 2 as Connor New will slide into that 3rd spot on the speedway, move Kyle Brennan back to position number 4. Did not take long for Connor New to split this field in half and quickly work himself into the top 3 and into a transfer spot here this afternoon, as he's going to continue his march towards the front of the field. Has Cody Johnson and Chase White right there in his windshield, and he's looking to try to hunt them down in a quick hurry as Chase White continues to lead the way here in heat race number 2. Cody Johnson right there looking underneath of him. Some contact between our top 2 drivers. Door to door out at corner number 4 as Johnson looking for the race lead. White able to hold him off down through 1 and 2. But here you go. Here comes that 10 ride. Connor New. He'll close the gap and reel both these drivers in, and now he's looking to join this fight at the front of the field. As Chase White looking to hang on to it. Cody Johnson looking to try to take that top spot away. And now Connor New, the newcomer, here to the top 3 on the speedway. He's looking to try to work himself to the front of the pack and try to make his night a little bit easier. Every spot, it's a little bit closer to where you will start at the beginning of our A main feature event. So instead of wanting to start deeper in the field, maybe trying to get that extra spot or 2, could advance him a little farther forward on that starting grid. And the victory isn't done yet here as they are continuing to battle. You see Connor New trying to roll that inside lane. Couldn't quite hold it down there. Unfortunately got very loose. That's going to lose him some time as Chase White out at corner number 4. We'll see that white flag fly. So one more time around for the 83 of Chase White is White out in front with Cody Johnson Jordan right there in tow, down through 3, into out of 4 for the final time. Here in heat race number 2, it's Chase White picking up the heat race win. Cody Johnson in second, Connor New coming home in third with Kyle Brennan, Connor Cullen, and Justin Byram rounding out our field there for our second heat race of the day, as we'll get ready here for heat race number 3. Heat race number 3 is about to get ready to rock and roll here in this one, as Matty Morgan says, oh, Tanner Peak doing a great job there in heat race number 1 and working himself into the show here this afternoon, as Justin Young says, I can't tell if these cars are super fast or it's just a short track. Both looks like a fun car though. Yeah, no, they are super fast, Justin. They are super fast, and it is a short track, but honestly, this is a bigger track than what most of the speedways we head to here in iRacing. When you look at, you know, I-55 or any of those smaller speedways, these things are just absolute animals there. But no, they are animals pretty much everywhere that they go, and these things are very, very fast. They are very quick, and they lay down a lot of horsepower, a lot of speed, and a lot of quick times out there on the speedway. As we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go. Heat race number 3 is about to get underway, and starting on the pole in the number 151 ride, that is Tyler Bannister. To his outside in the Wall Rider Photography Plum Wild Podcast Carolina Sim Sports number 8 ride, that is Colton Jordan. Starting in position number 3 in the 10 machine, that is Dane Hedrick. Into his outside in the 20 ride, that is Justin White. Starting at the rear of the field in the 88 in the Colburn Race Wraps number 88 machine, that is Joshua Colburn. There in that final spot on the speedway is Jaden Donovan. Unfortunately, not out there on the racetrack here for heat race number 3. So 5 more drivers going to make their case here for 3 more transfer spots as we are quickly green flag racing. Quickly, that 151 ride of Tyler Bannister out in front, looking to try to run away with this one, as he is looking to try to put himself into a great starting spot here in our A main feature event. Being able to pick up this heat race win could get his night off to a great start here, as right there behind him you see Colton Jordan there in that second spot. Jordan is trying to work his way to the back bumper of our race leader, but he's gonna hang on himself here as Justin White was all over his back bumper. White right there in position number 3, but he's looking to try to play here at the front of the field and look to try to go after this race win. Unfortunately, slides back a couple car lengths there away from that 8 ride, but now that's going to allow the 8 ride to try to get a little run to the inside of our race leader. Couldn't quite get the run he was looking for and couldn't pull the trigger. Unfortunately, slides back into that second spot, brings that 20 ride of Justin White right back to his back bumper here. Is down at a corner number 4, going to click up another lap. It is Tyler Bannister out in front who continues to lead the way. So Tyler Bannister out in front with Colton Jordan and Justin White, our top 3 here on the speedway. Joshua Colburn back there in 4th, and Dane Hendrick has taken his car off the racetrack. So only 4 active drivers here on the speedway for heat race number 3, but it's the 151 of Tyler Bannister who continues to lead the way. Colton Jordan, though, trying to hunt him down as things are getting a little plum wild here, a little plum crazy here this afternoon, as Colton Jordan trying everything he can to try to stay here in this second spot, doing everything he can to try to stay right there with our race leader and hoping to catch a break. Maybe a mistake out of that 151 ride could open the door here, but you do see Tyler Bannister slowly but surely starting to stretch out that lead, start to open up that gap a little bit more here, lap after lap after lap. We already saw Justin White slide a little too far back here. Mistake out of that number 20 ride. Now he's not within striking distance anymore of our second place driver Colton Jordan. Got about almost a 2-second gap now between that second and third place car as Tyler Bannister continues to lead the way. That time down across the line we do see the white flag fly. So one more time around here for the 151. As Tyler Bannister down the back straightaway into corner number 3. Nice and easy out of that corner number 4. Bannister will pick up heat race win number 3 here on the evening. Colton Jordan there in second. Justin White in that third and final transfer spot with Joshua Colburn, Dane Hendrick, and Jaden Donovan rounding out our field there in heat race number 3. And that means we will head to our consolation race. And let me see here. Looks like our top six drivers will advance into the show here this afternoon, and that means unfortunately 4 of them have got to go. So 6 drivers will move on, 4 drivers will load up their rides and join the fans in the stands here this afternoon. And starting in the pole position here for our B main, it's the 07 ride, the East Coast Sim Sports Volusia Speed Shop ride. That is Tyler Brickford. To his outside in the 39, that is the Longhorn Chassis Machine, the 39 of Kyle Brennan. Starting in position number 3 in the 88, that is Joshua Colburn there in the 3rd spot. To his outside in the Slingin' Dirt Series, the Common John Brewing Company, the 86, that is Derek Darnell. Starting in position number 5 in the 16, that is the DDR Machine, the Pandora ride, that is Connor Colin. To his outside will be the 19 of Justin Byram. And starting back in the 7th position, the number 16 ride, that is the Volusia Speed Shop Machine of Ryder English. So 7 drivers will start here in this B main. Unfortunately, that means 1 of these 7 drivers will join Ryan Fansler, Dane Hendrick, Jaden Donovan as fans in the grandstands here this afternoon. They will load up their ride and join the fans in the stands. So, unfortunately, 6 will move on, and 1 has got to go home early here this evening. As Kyle Brennan, Tyler Brickford, 1 and 2 on the Speedway. We'll see that green flag fly in the pushing and shoving, beating and bang is already started. As we are quickly green flag racing here in our B main consolation race. Brickford does lead us down the back straightaway here on lap number 1. Gets tight though, pushes up the racetrack. Look out, the 07 ride is going wild as Kyle Brennan will jump up and take that race lead away. So Brennan now to the point here in this one. Brickford, luckily enough, able to hang on to position number 2 is Connor Cullen. Now into that 3rd spot. Here comes Ryder English. Here comes Joshua Colburn as around goes the 16 Ryder English. English is going to go around, and our first caution flag of the day is going to fly. So our first yellow flag here this evening, let's take a look at it, is almost 3 wide down into corner number 4, the 16 and the 88 right there. You see a big run out of that 88 machine. Unfortunately here, Joshua Colburn just going to get in there a little bit too far, a little bit too excuse me, a little bit too quick, and unfortunately make that contact right there with that 16 ride. Let's take another look at it here. He was kind of getting bounced around a little bit here down out of corner number 2. Some contact there with him in the 16 ride, ends up into the fence, and then right here he just gets a little too much speed. The 16B trying to slide up in front of him. Unfortunately, not enough room. They make that contact, and that's just going to jack up that 16 ride and spin him around. And luckily enough for the number 19 ride, he's able to get just up and out of the way here. He's trying to avoid contact with that 16B, and a good piece of driving there by Justin Byram to be able to avoid any additional contact or damage there on his ride, as we'll get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing. As Drizzy says, I had to drop out or I was gonna hurt somebody's car. Oh no, oh no, oh no. We never like to see that. We never like to see that, brother. But hey, you know what? Controversy creates views, brother. I would have loved to have seen it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That sucks, man. That sucks. We wish we would have signed you out here battling and duking it out with these guys. But unfortunately, sometimes that's the best thing to do, man. Gets you that extra little bit of time to try to get, you know, rocking and rolling, figure these things out, get a little quicker, a little bit better, a little bit more at ease in behind the steering wheel of these absolute animals on the speedways. The 39 ride, Kyle Brennan sees that green flag fly come back out onto the speedway. Brennan out in front with Connor Cullen now into position number 2. Tyler Brickford slides back into that 3rd spot as Derek Darnell now into position number 4 and looking for more as he's got Ryder English looking down to his inside. English looking to try to work himself back up to towards our top 4 on the speedway, and he's now going to slide in front of the 86. Derek Darnell having to get onto the binders there to avoid contact. Is now here comes our 6th and 7th place drivers. The 88 ride gets tight down into corner number 1. That's a tough break for Joshua Colburn, as that's going to slide him from that transfer spot into the 7th spot on the speedway. As unfortunately one of these drivers will load up their rides and join the fans in the stands here this afternoon, as only 6 drivers will work their way into the show. Now it's the 19 ride of Justin Byram, who unfortunately gets up the racetrack there in 1 and 2, but now you see the 88 ride walking it up the racetrack there in 3 and 4. And they're going to continue to keep on rocking and rolling. Some contact right there. Look out. Oh, baby. Byram almost going around there off the nose of the 88 ride as they continue to battle back here for that 6th and final transfer spot. Rolling the outside rim here at Volusia Speedway Park, but it's the 39 of Kyle Brennan who continues to lead the way. Brennan out in front, Connor Colin there in 2nd. Ryder English up into that 3rd spot with Tyler Brickford, Derek Darnell, and Joshua Colburn in that 6th and final transfer spot here this afternoon. This is the battle here to be able to keep your night alive, to keep your dreams alive of being able to park yourself into victory lane here at Volusia Speedway Park here this afternoon. It'll come down for these 2 drivers the last few laps here in RB main as they continue to duke it out. Joshua Colburn trying to minimize mistakes, trying to keep this 88 ride pointed in the right direction and not going around here, but the 19 ride of Justin Byram trying to hunt him down, trying to hope to see this 88 machine make a couple more mistakes out there on the speedway, and he may get one right here, up a little bit too high for the 88 ride. Here comes Byram down to the inside. Byram looking down low. He's going to slide up the racetrack though. Here in 3 and 4, the 88's going to put the power down as the white flag has been displayed. One more time around here for these 2 as they continue to duke it out for that final transfer spot on the evening. The 19's right there. He's on his back bumper as Kyle Brennan picks up the win here in this B main. The 88 of Joshua Colburn will snag that final transfer spot, meaning that Justin Byram will unfortunately be the driver to load up his ride and join the fans in the stands here this afternoon for our A main feature event. That is a tough break right there for the 19 ride to be the only driver out there on the speedway not to advance into the show here this evening. As we'll get these drivers stacked up, racked up, and ready to rock and roll. As Michael says, who runs my number 17? That is a good question, brother. I don't know if anyone out here is running the 17. I'm not too sure. Oh, Jaden Donovan runs the 17 ride apparently, but Jaden is the man with the plan. He's the master man here behind the Velocity Racing League, and he's up in the admin booth making the calls and making sure that these drivers stay under control out there on the speedway. So he runs it, but he's not really racing it here this afternoon. As my boy Craig Michael Deacon coming in with that like on the stream. How are you, Craig? Craig coming in, showing the love here in this one. How are you, brother? Hopefully you're having yourself a wonderful day as the racing action is really about to pick up here, ladies and gentlemen. Our A main feature event is about to get underway here in just a few more moments. Drivers are going to jump out onto the racetrack here for a quick warm-up session. They're going to make sure that their cars are absolutely top-notch and that they are ready to rock and roll here this afternoon. As my boy Michael Scott Spencer coming in, showing the big love here with that like on the stream here this afternoon. As we'll get these drivers ready to roll. We'll get ready to go to battle here in this one. Who do you guys think? Who picks up the checkered flag here this evening? Who will put themselves into the winner's circle? Do we see Cody Johnson, Tyler Bannister, maybe Craig Wheeler picking up the win here this evening? Or do we see Connor New, Chase White, Tanner Peak, the Peakinator? Does Peakinator find his way into the Volusia Speedway Park victory lane here this evening? Or one of our other amazing talented drivers out there on the speedway? As we'll find out here in just a little bit, as I'm going to get a quick break in, and then we are going to get ready to rock and roll here with our A main feature event. Our A main is coming up next, so don't go anywhere, as you do not want to miss out on any of the racing action, as these drivers will get ready to be set loose in just a few more moments. As Ryan Fansler says, love the stream, my man. I appreciate that, Mr. Fansler, coming in showing the love here in this one, as the racing action in the stream is just about to pick up. As Cyrus Belt says, let's go Peakinator. Let's go, Cyrus. How are you, brother? Cyrus Belt coming in showing the love. Michael Scott says, I race on that track at Speed Week. Let's go. Let's go, Mr. Spencer. That's what's up right there. Hey, everyone loves Speed Week down in Volusia, man. That is a good time to be out there on the racetrack, man. I wish I could be down there. I don't even care about racing, just in the nice warm weather of Florida in the middle of winter compared to, you know, the Canadian winters up here. It's no fun. It's no fun, man. And we were already 2 months out of our racing season here in Canada. We got, you know, 4 to 6 more months left to go before we see racing again in real life action, man. So we got a long break up here. Unfortunately, dirt tracks don't stay open for very long up here in Canada, as that cold weather, unfortunately, is not very fun for track crews and drivers and everything else, and the dirt just does not like it when you run on it here in the wintertime. So we don't get a whole lot of racing in. We don't get a huge season in. So I wish I could head down to Florida and see some racing down there at Volusia Speedway Park. Maybe in a year or two. Maybe next year. Who knows? Maybe we'll head down there and see some crazy racing. As Michael says, they saying NASCAR will have 43 cars next year. Hey, I like that. If they actually do that, but I mean, I don't know if they're probably just wanting more and more people to more people to, you know, just continue to roll in and pay their fees to be able to race, and then not give them any good payouts or anything else. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, though, if they actually have 43 cars show up to a racetrack every single week. As Ryan Fansler, my boy Ryan, says, Jaden and I appreciate you broadcasting these races for us. Absolutely, Ryan. It's always my pleasure, my dude. It's always my pleasure. I know we missed last week. Obviously, you know, I've been working hard the last few weeks, man. I got a lot of stuff to do. Again, tomorrow, we're doing concrete and everything else. So, working hard, but we're up here, and we're continuing to keep on rocking and rolling. Hamley lost all of his sponsors. I don't know if it was all of his sponsors. I know he lost FedEx. I don't know if I've heard of any of the other ones, but pretty sure he's part of Coca-Cola and stuff. Coca-Cola, I don't think, is leaving NASCAR, but I do know that FedEx decided to dip out there. So a tough break there for Mr. Hamlin, but I'm sure they'll find somebody new to jump onto that car. That's for certain. As we're going to get a quick break in here. Ladies and gentlemen, crank up that volume as warm-up coming to a close here. We're going to get ready for our A main feature event.
In the night without a care, still be strong down, gripping that track. Velocity racing, don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. Sweat and grease fill the edge of the fight. Headlights slice through a moonless night. Elbows out, ready for the clash. Every twist, every turn, adrenaline flash. In the dirt where legends are made, speed and danger never fade. Hearts in the leads of steel, velocity keeps it real. In the dirt where legends are made, speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the leads of steel, velocity keeps it real.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our A main feature event is about to get underway. These drivers, they came here to play here this afternoon. They are all looking to try to find their way into victory lane here this evening. From the beautiful Volusia Speedway Park, we bring to you the Velocity Racing League Super Late Models. As these drivers get loaded into the sim, each and every one of them looking for the win, we will go through our starting grid. Is starting on the pole, it is the 32 of Craig Wheeler. Wheeler will start in that top spot. To his outside in the number 83 is Chase White. Starting in the third position is the 151 ride. That is Tyler Bannister. Into his outside will be the number 110 of Chase Copeland. Then we see the 11 ride of Cody Johnson there in fifth. Colton Jordan will start to his outside in that sixth position. And then we see the 913 of Tanner Peak starting there in seventh. To his outside will be the 10 ride of Connor New. Justin White will start inside of row number 5 with Kyle Brennan rounding out our top 10. And then we see Ryder English, Connor Cullen, Derek Darnell, Tyler Brinkford, Joshua Colburn bringing up the rear of the field as we are quickly going to end all the anticipation with our feature presentation as we are quickly green flag racing here at Volusia Speedway Park. And quickly it's the Midwest Outlaw Speed Ranch number 32 of Craig Wheeler who leads the way. Wheeler out in front showing these drivers how to get it done here in this one. As Wheeler out in front showing them that he's the car to beat here this afternoon, but Chase White right there in position number 2 trying to hunt him down here in a quick hurry as he's right there in that second position. We'll have to wait and see if Chase White can try to find his way to the front of the field. Chase Copeland there in position number 3 with Colton Jordan there in 4th. Ryder English up 7 spots already here in this feature event, and there he is split in the middle going 3 wide down to the corner number 4. Move Ryder English into the 4th spot here on the Speedway as Ryder English sending it here on the beautiful Volusia Speedway Park. English looking to try to work his way to the front of the field as right there behind him is Connor New. New up 3 spots here on the racetrack, but nobody working their way to the front of the pack quicker than this 16B. Ryder English up 8 spots, and he's not done yet. Here he is rolling the inside lane. The 83 gets tight there on the hindsight. Chase White goes way up high. Here comes the 16 right to work around him. A little contact right there at the line, but it is the 16 of Ryder English into position number 4, but Chase White says, I'm not done yet, and so isn't Connor New. New sends it in down low. He's going to slide up in front of the 16 ride. Move Ryder English back to position number 5. Now on the Speedway is Connor New rolling that inside groove down here in the bottom side of 1 and 2 and finding a ton of speed down there, and then jumps up to the high side here in 3 and 4, and he's looking to continue to try to march his way to the front of the pack. Craig Wheeler, though, continuing to lead the way. Wheeler out in front has Chase Copeland, and Chase White right there behind him is Wheeler. Out in front of the field here, showing these drivers how to get it done. Chase Copeland all over his back bumper. Getting ready to try to mount a challenge, see if he can try to make a move, see if he can make a run here to get around our race leader as Craig Wheeler can try to hold him off and try to be that reflection of perfection here all evening long as he's looking to keep that number 110 right back down there. But here he goes for the big slide jump, parks it on his nose, some contact, look out, here they go, stacking up down through corner number 1 and 2. Luckily enough, they all keep themselves pointed in the right direction, and somehow or another, Craig Wheeler continues to hang on to the race lead. So Wheeler out in front, but now a little bit of front end contact and a little front end damage for our race leader, and that's going to bring Chase White right there into the fight here. And out the front of the field as White slides into that second spot, has worked himself around that 110 of Chase Copeland. Copeland going to look to try to mount another challenge, see if he can find that speed that he had to try to work himself back up to the front of the field as the number 10 of Connor New continues to keep having his nose right in this fight. Same with Colton Jordan, as Jordan right there in position number 5. Continue to have a good day here at the Speedways. Here comes Connor New, a big slide jump. Connor New goes to the point down through 1 and 2, but a big run again for Craig Wheeler on the crossover. But Connor New poking his nose right into the battle as they're 3 wide here at the front of the field. Connor New will jump up and take that race lead away, so we get a new race leader here at Volusia Speedway Park. Connor New out in front. How do you do here in this one as he is up in front of the field after about 12 laps of racing action. Did not take long for him to get up there, as Richard says, sloppy slider. That was definitely a little bit of a sloppy slider there in that one, as man, So far, some great racing action out of this 50-lap feature event. These drivers have been putting on one heck of a show here for us, man, and they are not done yet. We're going to see these guys continue to duke it out like this all evening long, but they're going to have to try and find something to beat this beautiful Volusia Speed Shop CNR Tech 3 machine as the 10 ride of Connor New out in front continue to lead the way. Now here comes the Wall Rider Plum Wild Podcast. That Volusia Speed Shop Carolina Sim Sports number 8 rider Colton Jordan into that second spot on the Speedway. So Jordan has worked himself around Craig Wheeler now, as well as Wheeler trying to hang on to this 32 machine, trying to keep himself out of trouble. Sorry, the 79 ride trying to keep himself out of trouble here in this one, as here comes the 11 of Cody Johnson right into this fight. Chase White right there as well, still trying to hold on to a top 5 here on the Speedway, but here comes Tanner Peakinator right there in the thick of things now. He's worked himself around that one ride of Chase Copeland and the number 16 of Ryder English. So Tanner Peak into the mix and now looking for that 5th spot on the Speedway as he looks to work himself around the 83 of Chase White. White gonna send it in down low here in corner number 1 and 2. They're gonna get tight together right there. Oh baby, I don't know how we haven't seen a caution flag yet. There has been a lot of close calls, a lot of contact and rubbing and scrubbing out there on the Speedway, and somehow or another we get these drivers pointed in the right direction. Some great racing action here inside our top 8 is a bit of a gap back to our 9th place driver Connor Cole, and then we see Kyle Brennan there in 10th. Tyler Brickford right there taking a look down low underneath of him for that 10th position. Derek Darnell, Tyler Bannister, Jason White, as there's our first caution flag. Cody Johnson hard up into the outside fence here in corner number 1. Our first yellow flag of the day, and it's Cody Johnson. Unfortunately, in the Gills transmission, TBR, the beautiful number 11 machine here getting into the action and working himself up towards the front of the field. Unfortunately, not sure if he's going to find the outside fence here. That's exactly what happens, and nowhere to go for our pole sitter. The 32 right hard into that, as well as upside down goes both the 11 and the 16. Oh man, tough break there for Craig Wheeler. Tough break for the 11 rider Cody Johnson, and tough break here for, I'm not sure who that was. I do believe it was 11 rider Johnson, Craig Wheeler, and then English unfortunately gets in there, goes upside down himself. Ryder English, nowhere to go there. Take another look at it here. Just watch the 11 ride as he pancakes the outside fence here. We've seen this time and time again here at Volusia Speedway Park. You get into that wall and it just kind of drags you into it. Unfortunately, as he goes around right here in front of basically the rest of the field here. Nowhere to go for the 79 machine, our pole sitter. Then a little contact back there behind him, gets the 16 right into it. I'm not sure. I think it was Tanner Peak potentially getting into the back end of the 16 ride. Obviously, Peak can't really see what's happening here in front of him, and you see the 16 ride. Actually, almost looks like the 16 does the same dang thing here, as looks like he's going to end up in the wall right there as well. He does the exact same thing. You see that car get stuffed into the outside fence, loses a ton of momentum. Unfortunately, that's where Tanner Peak gets into him there, and that's what spins him around up the wall, up the fence, and upside down for the 16 ride. And some heavy hits here in the front straightaway down into corner number 1 this afternoon, as we'll get these drivers back out onto the racetrack and ready to go back. The green flag racing is out in front. It's Connor New. How do you do? Connor New leads the way here in this one with Colton Jordan there in second. Tanner Peak now into third, so the Peakinator in the 913 ride, the Busch Light, the Star Race Cars ride into that third spot on the Speedway with Chase Copeland, Kyle Brennan, Connor Cullen, Derek Darnell, Tyler Brinkford, Justin White, and Joshua Colburn are top 10 here on the Speedway. So we'll get them stacked up, racked up, ready to go back to green flag racing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you guys haven't already, you guys know exactly what to do. Hit the like button on the broadcast. Hit that like button, hit that share button, and hit that follow or subscribe button if you're watching on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube. Become part of the Peacemaker family here today, and make sure you turn those bell notifications on. That way you never miss out on the amazing racing action here on Peacemaker Gaming. And Cyrus Belt says, let's go, Peak. Get it done, son. Cheering on Peakinator here this afternoon. He's definitely doing his job right now. Tanner Peak up 4 spots on the speedway and inside the top 3. He's going to look to continue to march his way up here to the front of the field and see if he can try to pick up the win here on the evening. As we go, what's good, Austin Marshall? What's good, Mr. Marshall? Austin coming in, showing the big love in this one as well with the like and the share on the broadcast. I appreciate that, brother, coming in, showing the love here this afternoon. Says, what's good, my guy? What is good, Austin? How are you, my dude? Hopefully you're having yourself a wonderful day as we get ready to play here once again at Volusia Speedway Park. The racing action is just starting to heat up, ladies and gentlemen, and the more closer we get to that checkered flag, the more and more intense, the more interesting it's going to get as these drivers are going to continue to try and figure out what they need or where they can go to try to pick up what could be a big win here this afternoon. Looks like Tanner Peak is going to go to the outside here and give the inside to Chase Copeland. That's an interesting call right there for Tanner Peak as he will take that outside lane there in row number 2. But it's Connor New out in front. Colton Jordan there in second. Tanner Peak, Chase Copeland, Connor Cullen, Kyle Brennan, Tyler Brickford, Derek Darnell, Chase White, and Joshua Goulburn. Our top 10 here on the speedway. Our pole sitter, Crane Wheeler, all the way back now into the 11th position as the 151 of Tyler Bannister back there with them. Then we see Chase White, Cody Johnson, Ryder English, rounding out our field here. 15 drivers this afternoon. Unfortunately, a few drivers did not make it into the show. Only 15 were able to make their way in and play here this afternoon, and we are going to figure out if these 15 have got what it takes to put on a great show for us and to see who can put up big numbers and potentially a big win here this afternoon. As we do see the Delaware final restart here, so the 8 and the number 913 door-to-door out at quarter number 4. It's the Den Ride all by himself, is able to get a great launch and a great restart there. Quickly, Connor New sees that green flag fly. He jumps back onto the left pedal and looking to try to stretch up this race lead as quickly as possible. Colton Jordan trying to hang right there with him, but Colton gets up into the outside fence there ever so slightly. The 913 at Tanner Peak, nowhere to go as they're 3 wide down the front straightaway into quarter number 1. Tanner Peak able to slide up in front of the 8 ride, moving Colton Jordan all the way back now into about that 7th spot of the speedway. Now we do see the 913 go up high there in 3 and 4. He's going to try to cut down the racetrack. Still 3 wide battling here on the speedway. And slowly but surely that 39 rider, Kyle Brennan, the Daddy's Money, number 93, the Speed Ranch Machine, has worked himself inside the top 3 on the speedway now. He was all the way back there just inside the top 10 before that caution flag, and now we see this number 39 working his way to the front of the field. Same with Connor Cullen right there as well. Both trying to work their way up in towards the fight at the front of the field as Chase Copeland trying to hang on to position number 2. Copeland just rolling that inside lane, not rolling up there to the outside here and trying to keep this car pinned down to that inside wall as you do see Connor New out in front, continuing to stretch out his race lead. Connor New out in front by 2.2 seconds that time across the start-finish line and continuing to stretch out farther and farther away from Kyle Brennan and the 110 ride of Chase Copeland. As Copeland still down low, trying to hang on to position number 2 here, doing a great job of it, but now slides up the racetrack into 3 and 4. Here comes that 39 ride. He will cross him down low and he will jump into that 2nd spot on the speedway. So here we go, the 39 rider Kyle Brennan finally going to be able to get the run that he needed to work himself into that 2nd spot on the racetrack with Chase Copeland now into 3rd. Connor Cullen there in 4th, and Colton Jordan our top 5 here on the racetrack. Is some great racing action here in this one with only 14 more laps left to go. 14 laps left to go. We're going to jump into a very quick Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite driver. Never mind, the Crank It Up caution flag will fly. So the Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up caution curse is going to continue here in this one as the caution flag going to quickly come out. We will take a look and see what happened as it looks like the 88 ride of Joshua Goulburn running into some issues here. The Goulburn race wraps the East Coast Sim Sports ride. Down low here into corner number 3. Looks like he gets tight, washes up the racetrack here, and Trying to hang on to it. There's the 16, a Ryder English. Unfortunately, they make a little contact. He gets up into the outside fence. See that right front just pretty much explode on him there and get stopped on the speedway, and that's what will bring out our caution flag as race leaders roll up onto him here in a quick hurry. All that damage in the car parked up there on the high side of corner number 1. That's what we will see the caution flag coming out for. So, quick caution flag, and that means we'll get these drivers ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one with 11 laps left to go here. I'm not sure if caution flags count or not, but we've been going through these laps in a quick hurry here, ladies and gentlemen, as we'll get ready to go back to battle. We'll get ready to set them back loose and who can try to pick up the checkered flag, who will be able to try to beat this number 10 ride. As we're going to take a quick break, we're going to give you a good look here at all these drivers and a quick crank it up here as we go back to green flag racing. Alrighty, a beautiful crank it up session right there. A quick one as the laps are counting down in a quick hurry. Here this afternoon is out in front. It is still Connor New. New continues to lead the way here this afternoon. So Connor New out in front as the laps continue to click down. He's got a 1.5 second lead now between himself and Kyle Brennan. Brennan there in that second spot on the speedway trying to hang on to it as Colton Jordan putting the pressure onto his back bumper on the speedway. Chase Copeland, Tyler Bannister right there as well. Bannister looking to try to work himself back inside the top 4 here on the speedways. Bannister looks down low on the 110 ride, trying to jump in to position number 4 here on the speedway. Copeland gonna try to work back down to his inside down the front straightaways. They go door to door down into corner number 1. All that's fighting back here behind our race leader Connor New as New continues to lead the way here this afternoon. Connor New, how do you do? As he will click another lap off the board here and sees only 2 more laps left to go. So only 2 more laps left here for the 10 ride. And Connor New is New down through 3 and out of 4. This time by the start finish line, we'll see that white flag fly one more time around here for Connor New. He can take it easy. He can keep it breezy here on the speedway as he's got a big lead down at the back straightaway into corner number 3 and out of 4 for the final time. It's how do you do, Connor New picking up the checkered flag here in the Velocity Racing League as he picks up the dub here in Volusia Speedway Park. Dominant fashion there for the 10 ride, working himself to the front of the field, and once he got it, he never looked back. Connor New with a big win here this afternoon, pulling himself into the victory lane here at Volusia Speedway Park. Back there behind him, it's Kyle Brennan, who comes home in position number 2, and Colton Jordan, who's upside down here in corner number 3. or corner number 2, actually. He is going to be our third place finisher. See if we can play this back and see what happens here to Connor New, as New able to come home in that second or third spot on the Speedway. Contact after this race puts him upside down there in corner number 2 for the 8 ride. This is a tough break here, as there's the checkered flag. He comes home in that third spot. He sends it into the corner. Unfortunately, goes around up onto the fence. A little contact there as he slides in front of the 151 ride there of Tyler Bannister, and unfortunately puts the 8 ride up and onto the catch fence here this afternoon. A tough break there for Colton Jordan, but it's all Connor New, as New able to pick up the win and pull this ride into victory lane. We'll get ready to pull our top 3 up here into the broadcast booth for some post-race interviews. Is Connor New getting the job done? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up here for all these amazing drivers. Put on a heck of a show, a heck of a race for us here this afternoon. Justin Young says, congrats, Connor New. Very impressive races. Yeah, some very impressive races right there, man. These guys put on a heck of a show for us all evening long, as we're going to get ready to pull our top 3 up and into the broadcast booth. We'll wait and see if they jump into the interview channel. There we go. All right, here you go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Our race winner, Connor New. Hey, Connor, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. They get a copy?
Yes, sir.
Connor, man, another great run, another great win here for you, as you had to work your way to the front of the field here. You're able to do so patiently there, slowly but surely clicking them off, and only took you about 12 laps or so to find your way to the front of the field here. And once you got that race lead, you never looked back, even with a couple caution flags there, bringing the rest of the field back to your back bumper. You were able to pull them off those restarts and build those leads up again and again and again out there on the racetrack, and you're able to cruise home to a very glorious win here this afternoon, man. Take us back through the action and what's going through your mind right now as you head down to the Volusia Speedway Park Victory Lane.
Yeah, I mean, we just really messed up qualifying. We had the feature set in, hit the wall our first lap, and then just screwed up our second, really. And yeah, we just kind of rode around there, and we was the only car on the bottom. And I knew the top would get pushed out there pretty far and not be the best at the end. So I kind of just kept running the bottom down there and just trying to wait for it to come in. And we cut down off of 4 that one time on lap 12, and was able to get around. And I don't know, I just kind of saw the front 2 slow down because we was in 4th, and I kind of just threw it in there and cleared them all 3. So yeah, we got the lead from there, and we was just really good.
Yeah, absolutely. A very good run, a very good move. A couple great moves out there, able to work yourself to the point here. And then, yeah, once you kind of got that lead, just keeping yourself out in front, hitting your marks, man. We saw you rolling the inside lane to perfection down there through 1 and 2, and using a little bit of the high side lane, the middle lane, the bottom lane there in 3 and 4. Just really finding the speed here, not only on the racetrack but in behind the wheel of that 10 machine. And as you pull it up here into victory lane, Connor, who would you like to thank for another big run and big win here this afternoon?
I just got to thank everybody at Volusia Speed Shop. This thing was really good tonight, and just everybody at Team CFME Sports, Tack Through Defense, CNR, everybody over there, HRE, just everybody that helps out on this thing. Gage Stevens for this hot wrap, and just everybody, really, man.
Absolutely, man. And another great win, another a very, very good run and professional race out there on the Speedway. Not making really any contact, not really having to, race dirty out there on the Speedway or throw really any, big moves or big slide jumps to be able to try to take a race lead away late in the race, man. You're able to just classically work yourself through the traffic up to the point and then just never giving them a shot there once you got that race lead, man. And it was a race for second after you got out in front of this one, and a well-deserved checkered flag, man. Is a big win, big race, and a huge congratulations again for yourself, Connor, and hopefully we'll see you right back up here in victory lane next Thursday.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for Connor New, as New coming home with the race win here this afternoon. New getting it done and putting himself up and into victory lane. Man, that was a heck of a run, heck of a drive right there for him. as he was able to get that win here this afternoon. We'll pull in our second place finisher here, Kyle Brennan. Brennan coming home in that second spot. We'll get ready to pull him up into the broadcast booth for his post-race interview. Where is he? I see Colton Jordan in there. Kyle Brennan. I see Caleb Brennan. Hey, Caleb, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. Did you get a copy?
Yep.
Caleb, do you go by Caleb or is it Kyle? Because I know in iRacing it says Kyle, but here in
It's
Discord.
it's on iRacing. It's Kyle, but my real name's Caleb.
Okay, Caleb. Do you want me to call you Caleb on the broadcast?
You can call me either one. I don't care.
Okay, perfect. Want to make sure I wasn't upsetting you there with that one, but man, a great run, great race here for yourself tonight, man. You were able to work yourself up through the field after that first caution flag, and quickly you keep on punching your way through, keep on working yourself to the front here, and you end up coming home with a very solid second place run behind one of the strongest cars out there on the racetrack in iRacing over the last little while, man. Connor News hard to beat, and being able to come home second to only him is going to feel pretty dang good.
Yep. Well, it kind of sucks that my other teammate wasn't here. That Will Hanger wasn't here today, but it's all right. Had to clutch up for the team somehow.
Absolutely, brother. You had to definitely clutch up, and you did so here with fashion. As we watched you out there, man, it seemed like you were kind of being patient, maybe trying to save a little tire there throughout that first run, just anticipating that first yellow flag. And once it kind of got thrown, you were able to gain a few spots there from a few of the drivers in front of you getting tied together, and then you were able to just pick them away there quickly on that restart and putting yourself up into the front of the field here this afternoon.
Yep.
But Caleb, a great run, great drive here in this one, man. Who would you like to thank for such a great performance and great drive here at Volusia Speedway Park?
Probably Will Hanger for their helping me with the setup a little bit, and then Reaper Speed Labs, Longhorn Chassis, All Out Graphics for the good wrap right there. And I don't know, I don't really got anybody else.
Perfect. Well, Caleb, man, a great run, a great drive. Congratulations on the second place finish here this afternoon. Hopefully we'll see you right back up here in the broadcast booth next Thursday, and right back up here, maybe one spot better and into victory lane.
Yep. Thank you.
There we go. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our second place finisher, Kyle Brennan. Brennan coming home there in that second spot here this afternoon. A great run and a great drive there for the 39 machine as we'll get ready to pull in our third place finisher, Colton Jordan. Jordan coming home there in position number 3. We'll pull him up here into the broadcast booth as Sean's detail coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream. How are you, Sean? Sean coming in, showing the love here with that like on the broadcast as we pull in Colton Jordan with his second place finish. Hey, Colton, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
Yes, sir.
Colton, man, another solid run, another solid drive, man, but it wasn't without having to work your butt off here a little bit, man. We saw you getting bounced around there a little bit on one of those restarts, and all of a sudden you're kind of stuck there battling, 2-3 wide for multiple laps out there on the speedway, but you're able to hang on to it, keep that car pointed in the right direction, staying out of trouble, and you work yourself back up for a solid third place run and almost a second place drive there as you were trying to battle with Kyle Brennan late in this race to snake that second spot away from him.
Yes, sir. I think I used the tires up too much during the start of the race. When we got that long caution, I was looking at my fuel, realized I put our Pro Series set in, and it only has 40 laps of fuel, so I was trying to save some fuel there. But yeah, I think I could have had a shot if I didn't keep spinning the tires out with Caleb. But yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Burning those tires up a little bit too soon, unfortunately, here this afternoon. But being able to hang on to it, man, and keep a lot of these other fast cats back there behind you is going to feel pretty dang good when you look at Bannister and Chase White, Chase Copeland, and so many other tough drivers right there on your back bumper. Which they were up here in the broadcast booth instead of you, but you were able to hang on to it even with those weaker tires here to be able to come home in that third spot. Shows how good and strong that car was here all evening.
Yes, sir. Really wish I could have battled with Connor, but he's just really good. But
Yeah, Connor
next
definitely
time,
in a different time zone here this afternoon, man. As he was shot out of a can once he got that race lead, there was no looking back for him. But there was a lot of great racing going on back there behind him, and unfortunately, he got to miss out on it. As you guys had all the fun really back here battling for that second and third spot here this afternoon. Colton, who would you like to thank though for such a great run and strong performance here this afternoon?
I'd like to thank Blake and Evan, Matt Majulis or Majulis C, uh, CSS, Connor McManus, Ethan Blade, Nathan Waddell, uh, my mom, my dad, and everybody who else supports me.
Absolutely, brother. Well, another good run, another good race here, and we'll hopefully see you back on the racetrack. We're actually going to be doing a little bit of a practice run that I'm going to be broadcasting here as a bonus here for everyone in the league and the admins and everything else. So we're going to be putting on another little practice race. I'll be broadcasting it, and hopefully we'll see you in there in that one, and maybe see you pick up another great finish and maybe a victory here in our practice race coming up next.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your night, and good luck out there.
Thank you.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for Colton Jordan. As Colton coming home there in position number 3. A great run and a great drive there for the 8 run. And if you guys caught that right there, we are going to stay live here. We're actually going to be jumping into another session here. We're going to be jumping into another session, another race, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be broadcasting virtually a second race here for these guys this afternoon. Now, there's no points, there's no nothing on the line, just nothing but fun and good action here, and some good practice for these drivers for their next race. That'll be happening next week, so it'll be kind of a sneak peek on what they're going to be doing here next week. Now, I'm not sure if they have this in the, let's have it as a hosted. Must be in hosted. Let me see here. Okay, perfect. Let me see. Hosted. Where are we at here with it? Justin Young says, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, baby. You know it, brother. You know it. Hey, listen. I'm a man of the people, okay? I'm a man of the people. And we got to start putting up more hours, man. We want to really start putting in more hours and everything else. And with that, potentially keep on growing the channels, earning more subscribers and followers and everything else, and which can progress to more views, and more views equals, at least a little bit more ad revenue. And if we get to a point in the future where, we become big enough where, we're earning a donation money or subscribers or members over on YouTube and everything else, if we get to a point, man, we're turning ads off as soon as we possibly can, ladies and gentlemen. That's 100% guarantee. I don't like running ads. Ads do suck, and I appreciate everyone that sticks around and watches them if they do come up, or if you do have to watch them. A lot of times, contractually, they'll pop up no matter what. YouTube, Twitch, they put them in there no matter what. I can't really do anything about that one. Even if I wasn't earning money from ads, they still pop them up. Even before I was able to earn money on YouTube or Twitch, they still played ads, and I thought that was always so odd on why they would have ads on a channel that's not monetized yet. It seems super weird to me, but they always seem to do that. We're gonna be looking to see if we can find this next race here, ladies and gentlemen. So bear with us as we're hoping to see it as quickly as possible. There we go. Gene Donovan. There we go. We're gonna watch. Code is that. Perfect. All right, we're going to get loaded in here in just a second. We're going to get ready for our second race of the night. Our second race is about to get underway. Now, this is going to be a bit of a quick one. I'm assuming we're probably not going to have a whole lot of drivers that are going to hop in here. Obviously, it's getting a little bit later at night. Guys got to get up and go to work tomorrow. But hopefully, we see a lot of these drivers that we just saw out there on the racetrack jump in here, have some fun, enjoy some more racing, and also get a little bit of practice in for next week's race at Kokomo Speedway, as this is going to be a very exciting race, man. Kokomo Speedway is very thrilling. It's very exciting, and it's going to put on some great shows for us tomorrow, or for next Thursday's feature events. So this will give you a good sneak peek at what we'll be able to see. Maybe it'll be a little bit better. Who knows? Maybe next week we'll have even more drivers show up, more drivers that want to put their name into the hat here to try to pick up a win next week. So we'll have to wait and see how it all plays out. But nonetheless, we're going to get another race in and a little bit more action here for your Thursday night viewing as we load into the server. There we go. We are loaded in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in as we just teleported all the way from Volusia Speedway Park. We are now at Kokomo Speedway here and for another beautiful race, another beautiful feature event here this evening. We will do the same thing here, a quick qualifying session after our practice session here. They will jump out for a quick couple laps. We'll do our heat races and then we'll jump right into our main feature event. Now, I'm not going to be doing top 3 here in this one, but it's definitely going to be a lot of fun. Definitely going to be very, very interesting to see how everything will roll out for the rest of this evening's feature event. This is going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be interesting to see who's going to be able to put themselves up and into victory lane. As their warm-up session continues here, we got a couple more minutes before their warm-up session comes to a close. We'll get ready to go to the battle and go to action here. I do believe they are going to advance this session a little bit sooner. So before they do that, I'm going to get a quick break in here. I'm going to get a drink, and then we're going to get ready to rock and roll with our our qualifying session at the start of our second race of the evening. As a little bit of a gift to all the viewers and a little bit of a gift to all the drivers out there putting on this second show here this afternoon, and we love to do it. As we'll get these drivers out there, we'll get ready to rock and roll. We'll get ready to go to battle here in just a couple minutes. So don't go anywhere, as you don't want to miss out on the racing action here this afternoon.
Pounding engines, roar dust in the air, chasing dreams in the night without a care. Steel beats follow down, gripping that track. Velocity racing, don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. Sweat and grease fill the edge of the fight. Headlights slice through a moonless night. Elbows out, ready for the clash. Every twist, every turn, adrenaline flash. In the dirt where legends are made, speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the lead to feel, velocity keeps it real. In the dirt where legends are made, speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the lead to feel, velocity keeps it real. Don't look back. Don't look back. Spectators scream as the racers align. A dance with danger on a thin white line. High octane in the veins, rush of thrill. Competing with fate, chasing that mill. Pretty warriors that think of the grind. Fierce and focused, always one of a kind. Victory tastes sweeter under the lights. Velocity racing, fueled by the fright. In the dirt where legends are made, speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the leagues of steel. Velocity keeps it real. Where legends are made, speed and danger moonless night. Elbows out, ready for the clash. Every twist, every turn, adrenaline flash. In the dirt where legends are made, speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the lead to feel, velocity keeps it real. In the dirt where legends are made, speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the lead to feel, velocity keeps it real. Don't look back. Don't look back. Spectators scream as the racers align. A dance with danger on a thin white line. High octane in the veins, rush of thrill. Competing with fate, chasing that mill. Three warriors that think of the grind. Fierce and focused, always one of a kind. Victory tastes sweeter under the lights. Velocity racing, fueled by the fright. In the dirt where legends are made, speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the lead to steal. Velocity keeps it real. Where legends are made, speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the lead to steal. Velocity keeps it real. In the dirt where legends are made, speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the lead to steal. Velocity keeps it real. Don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, practice coming to a close. That means qualifying about to get underway here for our second race of the day. Our second race about to get underway here this afternoon as these drivers get ready to roll here in another one. Qualifying about to get underway, so drivers will try to lay down their quickest lap times to try to put themselves into position to potentially pick up a good starting spot here in their heat races. Is you gotta have a good qualifying session, a good heat race for a good opportunity to come home with a solid run and a solid performance here this afternoon. As Caleb Brennan says, watch this, I'ma rip the lip. Ooh, baby, we can't wait to see it. We can't wait to see it. Caleb Brennan gonna rip the lip. I think we're gonna see a lot of drivers up there trying to roll that outside rim here at Kokomo Speedway this afternoon. As right now we do see Colton Jordan out there on the speedway laying down some good laps here for his qualifying session, and we see Tanner Peak, the Peakinator, back out there onto the speedway as well. Justin White though with the quick time here in this one, a 11.93 second lap time down across the line here at the beautiful Kokomo Speedway, quickest here in qualifying. Brickford into position number 3 with Connor Cullen currently scored in the 4th position. See if he can get a little quicker here as he's going to tag the wall. That'll nullify his lap time. Justin Byram up into position number 2. A great lap right there for the number 19 of Justin Byram. Chase Copeland currently sitting in the 5th spot here. We'll see if he can get a little bit of extra speed here on his second lap. Doesn't look like it. It's Kyle Brennan. Brennan up inside the top 10 now. We do see Derek Darnell now into the 6th position, so a good lap right there for the Star House car here this afternoon. Tanner Peak, he's going to go right there into the 11th position now as we do see Kyle Brennan actually jump up into position number 2 here. Byram's still there in 3rd. Cole Ryder English in the 96 here. The Plum Wild podcast ride. When Jules say Speed Shot Machine, he's going to get into the wall, but currently in that 5th position here in qualifying as great lap times being laid down here as these drivers get ready to roll once again for our second race of the day. Our second race about to get underway here in just a few more moments. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you all for coming in, tuning in, and showing the love here this afternoon. If you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like button. hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button as we'll get ready to set them loose for Heat Race number 1. Heat Race number 1 is about to get underway. It looks like top 3 once again will advance, and we will have 2 heat races here this evening. So 2 heat races for these drivers here in this one. Top 3 will advance. We'll see how many will make it into our consolation races here in Heat Race number 1. Looks like actually 7 drivers will start in this one, as starting on the pole was our quickest in qualifying, the Napa Auto Parts number 20 ride. The 20W is Justin White to his outside. In the East Coast Sim Sports Volusia Speed Shop number 19, that is Justin Byram. Starting in position number 3, in the 96 is the Carolina Sim Sports Volusia Speed Shop ride of Ryder English. To his outside in the 07, that is Tyler Brickford. Starting in position number 5 in the 110 machine, that is Chase Copeland. To his outside in the DDR Volusia Speed Shop machine, that is the 16 ride of Connor Cullen. And bringing up the rear of the field in the 88, it's the Colburn Race Wraps, the 88 machine, that is Joshua Colburn. Bringing up the back of the pack here in Heat Race number 1, here in race number 2 this evening. His drivers will get stacked up, ranked up, and ready to go. My boy Connor New coming in, dropping that like and becoming a brand new follower here on Peacemaker Gaming. Connor New coming in, dropping that follow on the broadcast. I appreciate that, Connor, becoming a brand new member of the Peacemaker family here this afternoon as we quickly see that green flag fly here at Kokomo Speedway. And it's the 20 ride out in front who will lead lap number 1. Here in this one is a great start and a great launch there for the 20 ride. Justin White leads the way with Ryder English there in second. Connor Cullen quickly jumping up into third as here comes Chase Copeland. Copeland right there ready to bounce as he slides into that 4th position. Unfortunately here for Justin Byram, quick in qualifying, but here in Heat Race trim, he is sliding backwards in a quick hurry as Byram all the way back now into that 6th position, down 4 spots since the drop of the green flag. Joshua Colburn back there in the 7th position as once again our top 3 will transfer through into the A main feature event. Unfortunately, everybody else will go to our consolation race as Justin White out in front, Ryder English there in second. Connor Cullen back there in that 3rd spot trying to hang on to it here with Tyler Brickford trying to work down low underneath of him here. There's not a lot of room below him, but he's stopping his nose down there trying to get the run he's looking for to see if he can go door to door with this 16 ride down into 3, and that's exactly what he does. Almost clips that infield tractor tire, somehow keeps that car pointed in the right direction as him and Connor Cullen continue to battle here for that 3rd and final transfer spot here in Heat Race number 1. It's Justin White out in front, continuing to lead the way. Ryder English there in second, trying to track him down as Brickford and Cullen continue to battle. You do see the little bit of a slide job and crossover, another big run and contact there between Brickford and Cullen. Cullen up the racetrack. He's not going to be very happy with that one. He's going to send it in there deep, goes for the slide job, can't quite pull the trigger there as the 07 right there as well. And here comes the 19 of Byram. Byram's going to go around. Byram goes around as the white flag has been displayed. No caution flag on the speedway as Justin White down through 3 and out of 4 will pick up Heat Race win number 1 here this afternoon. Ryder English there in second. Connor Cullen in that 3rd and final transfer spot, which means Tyler Brickford, Chase Copeland, Joshua Colburn, and Justin Byram will all go to our consolation race here in race number 2. But it was Justin White who was able to get it done and put himself up into that winning spot here in our first heat race of the day. Now, who will win heat race number 2? As the Daddy's Money number 39 ride is going to start here on the pole position. That is the Speed Ranch Longhorn chassis number 39 machine of Kyle Brennan. Brennan will start here in that pole position to his outside in his Midwest Outlaws Speed Ranch Carolina Sim Sports number 83 machine. That is the number 83 of Chase White. Starting in position number 3 in the Carolina Sim Sports Plum Wild Podcast. Volusia Speed Shop number 8 ride. That is Colton Jordan to his outside. In the Volusia Speed Shop number 32 is the AKA Machine, the Fansler Graphics ride. That is the beautiful looking machine there of Jaden Donovan. Donovan will start in position number 4. Derek Darnell will start there in the 5th spot as the Star Race Cars. They're in position number 5 and 6 as that Tanner Peak there to his outside. And Cody Johnson bring up the rear of the field. Johnson with a big restart right there, getting a different launch and a big run to go 3 wide right out of the get-go between him and the 86 and 913 of Tanner Peak. And he slides himself into that 5th position, but out in front it is the 39 with the big slide job right there out of the 83 of Chase White. White goes for the big slider, a little payback here in 3 and 4 for Kyle Brennan, as Brennan will stay out in front and lead another lap on another big slide job, and contact there. Here comes Donovan. Donovan's going to shoot the middle, contact down the back straightaway. The 39 gets tight, pushes up the racetrack. There goes Colton Jordan, and there goes Cody Johnson. Johnson from the back of the pack trying to work his way up to the front, but contact now. Up into the fence goes Jaden Donovan. Hard contact. No caution flag on the racetrack. Cody Johnson and Jaden Donovan come pancake there to the outside fence, and they will both go to the rear of the field. That is a tough break there for two fast competitors out there on the speedway. Chase White, though, continuing to lead the way. White out in front with Kyle Brennan there in second. Colton Jordan right there in that 3rd spot, still battling door to door. A little bit of rubbing and scrubbing still for that 2nd spot. More contact down through 3 and 4 between these two. They're going to get another shot there into the corner. Here comes Tanner Peak, the Peakinator. He says, I'm not in this fight, but I want to be, as he gets in there, makes some heavy contact with the 39 ride. Now the 39 of Kyle Brennan's going to get back into him there. More contact between the two of those two. They're going to continue on fighting here, as they are both going to end up going around, or at least there goes the 913 of Tanner Peak. Peak going the wrong direction. There goes our race leader of Chase White, as it's survival of the fittest here in this demolition derby of heat race number 2. As Chase White continues to lead the way, we'll see that white flag fly. He's got about 5 seconds now between himself and Colton Jordan. Jordan there in second. Derek Darnell now into 3rd. Kyle Brennan and Cody Johnson rounding out our field as the checkered flag flies. It's the 83 of Chase White who picks up heat race win number 2 in what was a pretty wild one here this afternoon. Colton Jordan, Derek Darnell, Kyle Brennan, and Cody Johnson are top 5 with Tanner Peak and Jaden Donovan rounding out our field there in heat race number 2. White, Jordan, and Darnell all transferring through to our A main feature event, and so isn't everybody else. Everybody will work their way into the A main feature event here. No one's going to go home early. They're all going to get an opportunity to race here in our second A main feature event of the evening. So they're all going to get a chance to run, compete, and battle here for what could be another glorious win on the afternoon, as we'll get these drivers stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to battle. Hopefully it's not quite the battle that we saw there in heat race number 2. Hopefully it's a battle like we saw in heat race number 1. Good, clean fun out there on the speedway, and not the bumping, beating, and banging that we saw there in heat race number 2, as things got a little bit plumb wild there in that second heat race of the evening. As our warm-up session is going to conclude here, we will get ready for our A main feature event. And starting on the pole in the number 20W ride, it is the Napa Auto Parts 20W machine of Justin White. To his outside, that is the Speed Ranch number 83 of Chase White. Starting in position number 3 in the Carolina Sim Sports Wall Rider Photography Plum Wild Podcast, the Volusia Speed Shop ride, that is Ryder English. To his outside, his teammate in the Plum Wild Carolina Sim Sports number 8 ride, that is Colton Jordan. Then we see Connor Cullen. I don't know what's going on here. These guys are already beating and banging and battling here. I'm not sure if some drivers electing to take EO Wells to start this race or not, but we do see Connor Cullen up there. We see Chase White, Derek Darnell, Tyler Breakford, Cody Johnson, Chase Copeland, Jaden Donovan back out there onto the speedway. The 39 ride of Kyle Brennan, Joshua Colburn out there on the speedway as well in the 88 ride. Justin Byram, the 5F ride, that is Ryan Fansler getting ready to go to battle here in the Fansler Graphics Volusia Speed Shop. SWN, the Simrap Market number 5 F ride. As Chase White is going to go to the rear of the field here, and we don't see Tanner Peak out there on the speedway either. We do see Justin White starting deeper in the field, Justin Byram back there as well. So our front row is going to be Ryder English and Colton Jordan. As quickly we see the green flag fly, and we will end all the anticipation with our second feature presentation here this afternoon. In 3 wide battle, and here at the front of the field, already some beating and banging, a little bit of contact up here at the front of the pack, in the caution flag will fly. So our first caution flag here, this A main feature event, will come out as the 86 of Derek Darnell. Going to run into some issues here, not the restart here, not the start he was hoping for. Unfortunately, he's going to end up getting a little bit of a help right there from the 32 ride, as Donovan trying to stay off of him there, not trying to make any contact with him. Unfortunately, Darnell just not the start he was hoping for here. The car definitely off pace, and unfortunately slideways down here through 1 and 2, and the 32 coming in there a little bit too hot, trying to stay out of him, trying to get checked up here enough. Unfortunately, he gets too much of them there. Helps spin the 86 right around. The 20W is going to get in there, get some piece of them as well. And then there you go. You see that number 19 and the 39 both getting some pretty good licks into that 86 ride of Derek Darnell. And that's going to put Darnell deep in the field. But it looks like we are going to have a complete restart here. So Darnell's going to move back into position number 4. So good news there for the 86 fans, as he'll jump back into that 4th position, as we'll get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back. The green flag racing is out in front. The 96 of Ryder English will see that green flag fly once again here this afternoon. The 8 right of Colton Jordan, a perfect little slide job right there. You see if there's a crossover out of the 96 right, tries to get back down to the inside, down here through 3 and 4 more, beating and banging. They're leaning on each other here at the front of the field. As out in front, it's Colton Jordan who leads the way. Jordan at the front of the pack here is the pair of Plum Wild Carolina Sim Sportsman Jewel Say Speed Shop rides duke it out here at the front of the field. Right there behind him is that 07 rider Tyler Brickford. Brickford looking to join the fun at the front of the field here, as he's looking to try to jump up here into that battle for the top spot here this afternoon. Connor Cullen there in 4th, with Cody Johnson up into the 5th position. Chase Copeland, Derek Darnell, Justin Byram, Jaden Donovan, and Chase White are top 10 here on the Speedway. White and White right there in this one, as Justin Young says rip the lip, as Tanner says won't let my comment no be a fact. Won't let my comment no be a fact. I don't know what that means, Peak. I don't know what that means, brother. What do you mean it will wow, let my comment no be a fact? I don't know what that means. What are you talking about, brother? What are you talking about, bro? As out in front, Tyler Brickford able to jump up and take this race lead away. Brickford now leads the front of the field here as Ryder English there into position number 2. Connor Cullen there in 3rd, with Derek Darnell back in the 4th spot on the Speedway, as Cody Johnson there in that 5th position. Chase Copeland there in 6th, with Chase White, Jaden Donovan, Justin Byram, and Justin White right there all together, as White upside down here on the back straightaway. Caution flag on the Speedway as Chase White goes upside down out of corner number 2, and our second caution flag of this A main feature event's going to fly, as Justin White's definitely ripping the lip here in this one. As he gets up there a little bit too far, gets into that outside fence, gets a little help there from Jaden Donovan getting in there even farther, and unfortunately climbs that fence and goes upside down. Let's play this one back and see if we can jump on board here with this 83 machine, as play it back just in for so slightly and see if we can jump into the helmet cam here and see what he can see here in the cockpit. Here we go, sends it into the corner, slides up the racetrack, unfortunately gets into the fence right there, and then in there a little bit too far, and there she goes up and over. And that's a sight you never want to see from the cockpit here this afternoon. As I rip the lip, yeah, Justin, that's a racing term for running the outside fence. That's ripping the lip, ripping the outside lip out there on the Speedway. As we get ready to go back to green flag racing, it's Tyler Brickford in the 96 of Ryder English 1 and 2 on the Speedway, getting ready to go back to battle here in this one. Is a little bit of a broken up restart right there, so our race leader really couldn't get started right there, as the 16 rider Connor Cullen was all over his back bumper. I do believe we are going to see a caution flag come right back out because of that one, and potentially Chase Copeland going to run into some issues as everyone's trying to get going here in the 16, trying to get a little aggressive. He actually ends up getting into our race leader where he cannot fire, and that's going to allow the number 96 of Ryder English to really launch first here. And you can see he's trying not to. He's trying to stay out of the throttle here and not trying to let loose. Unfortunately, just couldn't get stopped, and it's just tough break here. Tough break for a lot of these drivers, as if you watch that 07 of Tyler Brinkford, he is the race leader, so he gets to fire first. He controls the pace of this restart and when he wants to launch down and out of corner number 4, but you watch the 16 right here behind him. He wants to go now, and unfortunately, as he does, he drives in and underneath that back end of the 07 ride of Tyler Brinkford, and Brinkford trying to get onto the throttle, trying to get the jump he was looking for right there, but the tires are jacked up off the ground. He's just spinning there. Unfortunately, Ryder English just trying to roll and trying to time that restart, but could not time it right, and that just gets everyone kind of conjumbled right here, and unfortunately, we'll have to stack them up and rack them up, and we go back to green flag racing. That time, we do get a good restart for the 07 rider Tyler Brinkford, and Brinkford able to hang on to the race lead as Brinkford out in front. Ryder English ripping the lip there in second. Cody Johnson's worked himself now into that third spot here on the Speedway as Connor Cullen right there behind him, going to give him a shot in the shorts. Here comes Derek Darnell and the 20 rider Justin White. Justin White trying to work his way up and through there as they're 3, 4, 5, 6 wide here at Kokomo Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you came here for a show. Well, here you go, as this is what you were looking for, is some great racing action, but another caution flag on the Speedway. Another caution flag here in this one, as a tough break right there. Tough break right there for, I do believe, let me take a double look here at it, as looks like Chase White going to run into another issue here, as White back here in the 83 trying to catch up to everybody, trying to join this battle there at the front of the field as they're 3, 4, 5 wide. Unfortunately, he's going to tag the wall once again, and unfortunately the 88 rider Culver nowhere to go, and you see that 83 rider go upside down again. Another hard hit right there for him. Let's see if we can jump on board and take a look here again, as, man, tough breaks already. A couple tough hits for this Outlaw Sim Sports number 83 right there, tanks that wall up into the fence, and here comes the 88 to get into him. He goes backwards into the fence and goes upside down. A tough break there in that one, man. That's a tough break right there for the 83 again. As Justin says, oh, that's what ripping the lip means. Yeah, that's what ripping the lip means. Yes, Sirski. Yes, Sirski. As Tanner says, let my comment be a fact. This league is a bunch of kids. It is a bunch of kids. It is. Slinging Dirt shits on this league. I can't say much about that one, as I'll sit in the pits until you get to broadcast some real racing. Hey, brother, it is what it is, brother. It is what it is. I just go where the money is, brother. This is what came up for my Thursday nights. They pay me the money. I show up, my dude. Unfortunately, I can't control, what happens out there on the racetrack. I can't control what the admins do or say or anything else, or control what these guys do on the racetrack. I don't know how old some of them are. I do know that a lot of them are fairly young, and I could assume that majority of them are pretty young out there on the Speedway. But hey, you know what? They all gotta learn at some point in time, and maybe you're the guy that helped teach them that here on iRacing, brother. Is that they need to step up their game, be a little bit more professional, and control their emotions and everything else a little bit more, and see what has to be said or anything else. As Tanner says, it's just a joke. Come to Slingin' Dirt and see true racing that's clean. Yes, sir. Hey, I've seen Slingin' Dirt have some tough breaks as well, some tough races, but there's the respect aspect of it. As Man for Concrete says, and people talk shit about pro driver races. Hilarious. Hey. The Pro Series, they all have the same issues, man. People just lose their minds, and when it comes to virtual racing, whether or not it's Pro Series or a non-Pro Series, you're always going to get drivers that are going to lose their cool and not think about the consequences that may fall forward on them. And that's just how people are. And when you're in the virtual world playing a video game. Yes, it's a simulator, but it's still a video game. You can hit a reload button. You don't have to pay $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 to repair a race car. You know, you kind of just go out there and do whatever you want, whenever you want, and there's really no consequences to it. So that's unfortunately the way it is. For real, one of the best on the game gets bashed like, what the... That's, yeah, for certain. As Tyler Brickford out in front. Brickford leads the way here in this one. Cody Johnson there in second. As Johnson looking to try to jump up here and take this race lead away as Chase Copeland right there behind him. Copeland still having a little bit of those internet connection issues. You see that car blinking every once in a while out there on the racetrack. Definitely going to make it tougher for the drivers around him here as Colton Jordan, Kyle Brennan, Derek Darnell right there in the mix. The same with that 32 ride of Jaden Donovan. Donovan right there in the middle of it, trying to work his way on through towards the front of the field, doing a great job out there on the speedway. Normally we see Donovan up in the admin booth making calls and making decisions up there from the booth, and unfortunately here in this one he's not in the booth no longer for these drivers, and he's out there on the racetrack. He joins the fun and jumps out there behind the wheel and looking to have himself a good day here at the speedway as well, as Brickford and Johnson continue to battle here at the front of the pack. Kyle Brennan trying to hunt him down as he's now worked himself around that number 110 ride of Chase Copeland. Copeland working to his back bumper as you see Jaden Donovan ripping the lip here at Kokomo Speedway, trying to pick up what could be a big run and a big finish here for the 32 machine this afternoon. As you do see the 39, he's going to switch gears. He goes to the high side there in 3 and 4. Now Jaden Donovan going to roll that inside lane. He goes for the slide jump there over the 39. He's able to make it work with the crossover and the payback coming. No! The 39 gets tight, cannot pull the slide jump there through corner number 3 and 4, but now down through 1 and 2. He's looking to do it again, but gets a piece of the infield tractor tire, and unfortunately for Jaden Donovan, I'm not sure what happened to Donovan, but that car has disappeared off the speedway. I do believe he went up and over the fencing, and unfortunately no caution flag, but Jaden Donovan off of the speedway. It's out in front. Cody Johnson continues to lead the way. Tyler Brinkford there in position number 2. Chase Copeland there in third with Kyle Brennan and Ryder English, our top 5 here on the speedway. Chase White there in the 6th spot with Derek Darnell, Justin Byram, and Joshua Goulburn rounding out our top 9 here on the speedway. As out in front, it is Cody Johnson. Johnson able to jump up and use that outside rim to take this race lead away from Brickford, as Brickford hanging on to position number 2, still trying to work that inside lane, seeing if he can try to find a little something extra out there on the speedway. As, man, some great racing action as Tanner says, yes, for real, one of the best on the game gets bashed like what the... It's true, but I mean that's just the environment. That's the dirt mentality for a lot of the dirt iRacers. Unfortunately, Tanner, is that there's just no real consequences, and when you don't really lose anything, and you're not really having to fork out all that money, things, you know, drivers just they lose their minds a little bit, man. They don't think forward. They don't think of the bigger picture, other than, hey, this guy wronged me and I want to get payback as quickly as possible, and then that creates all the controversy and chaos that we see in the Pro Series, or we see in, you know, any weekly leagues that we see as well, and it happens in virtually every single league, man. I've seen hundreds of leagues come. I've seen probably 100 more leagues come and go, unfortunately, because of that same stuff. Unfortunately, the egos or the emotions become too much for a lot of guys, and you know, 1 or 2 of them losing their cool for you know, maybe a few short moments, or could be for a couple of weeks or something, that they're unhappy with something, and that can really ruin the fun for a lot of other guys, and that's what, you know, unfortunately kills a lot of leagues, or creates a lot of bashing, and we hate to see it, but it does happen, unfortunately. As Justin says, as just a fan who watches over multiple leagues and broadcasters, it can be wild to see how some drivers act. All I can say is Aaron does a great job. He'd be a hell of a league owner. I would be, but I don't know if I would have many drivers show up, brother. I don't know if I'd have very many drivers show up. They'd probably hate it, because I have a short fuse when it comes to dumbassery, and dumbassery does not last very long for me. So, you know, saying the one wrong thing or doing the one wrong thing, it's going to be a quick T for me to go, see ya. we'll fill that position with the next guy. And unfortunately, when you do that too much, then it kind of gives you a bad name, and then people won't want to come and race because they just know that if they say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing, that they're going to get kicked out. But I mean, rightfully so. Don't say the wrong thing, don't do the wrong things, and yeah, you'll be able to race and have fun and have some good, clean racing. As Tanner says, yes, Aaron is one of the best. Love his streams. I appreciate that, Peakinator. I love that, brother, coming in, showing the love here in this one. Listen, man, we do our best up here in the broadcast booth every single time we go live, trying to give you guys some of the best quality that we can. Sometimes quality, sometimes cautions, you know, they happen. Sometimes it's a rough night, sometimes it's a good, smooth sailing night, you know. It is what it is, and unfortunately, up here in the broadcast booth, man, I don't have any calls. I can't make any decisions. I can't do anything except for sit here and watch how it all unfolds and how it all plays out, and that's the extent of what I can do here up in the broadcast booth as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing here in just a little bit. Cody Johnson continuing to lead the way as Tyler Brickford there in position number 2. Kyle Brennan, Chase Copeland, Derek Darnell, Ryder English, Joshua Colburn, and Justin Byram are top 8 as the green flag quickly back out into the air here in this one. Cody Johnson sees that green flag fly. He quickly looks to try to run away here with our second feature event here this evening, but quickly as the caution flag came out, the caution flag will come right back out as this time looks like Joshua Colburn going to run into some issues here. The 88 ride, the Colburn Race Wraps, the East Coast Sim Sports machine, the Jules A Speed Shop ride up into the outside fence there a little bit, trying to get to the outside of the 86. He'll climb that outside fence and he will lay it over and upside down there on the racetrack. Go to quarter number 2, the exact same thing that we saw there with the 83 ride of Chase White, and unfortunately that will bring us right back to the caution flag here this afternoon. So we'll get them stacked up, ranked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing as we take a look back at that last caution flag as well. The 88 ride of White getting into some more issues here as almost the virtual same thing gets into the outside fence there in quarter number 1. Unfortunately that time tears the right front apart, and fortunately, a couple caution flags in a row there for the 88 ride, definitely making his night not as fun as he would hope here on the Speedway. As we'll get him stacked up, ranked up, ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one. It is Cody Johnson who continues to lead the way. Chase Copeland now into second here as 07, Tyler Brickford there in third, and then we see Kyle Brennan in position number 4. It's nice and easy, a slow pace down through 3 and 4. The 11 rider Cody Johnson looking for a big restart, and he gets the restart he was looking for. As quickly the 11 ride slides up to the high side, looks to rip the lip here once again at Kokomo Speedway, looking to try to keep all these drivers back there at bay. But again, as quickly as we go to the green flag, the caution flag will fly. This time looks like Justin Byram and potentially Kyle Brennan running into some issues here. Brennan not getting the restart he was hoping for. Sends it down into corner number 1, and I do believe Justin Byram's just gonna tee him up and let him go, and that's what we talked about right there. Unfortunately, you know, drivers just don't think about what they're doing out there on the racetrack sometimes. Sometimes they lose their cool. Sometimes they, you know, just get in there and make the wrong decision. And unfortunately, the 19 ride, I don't know if this was on purpose or what, but he comes in and brings it in there with a full force, and he's got that wheel turned to the right, and unfortunately, can't call that one any other way than it is that he just unfortunately took out that 39 ride. Now, I don't know if there was contact prior in this race between the two of them, but nonetheless, hard contact. The 19 ride drives it in there, looking to potentially go for the slide job, but turning the wheel to the right and going up the racetrack even more to kind of straight line and T-bone that 39 ride is definitely not what you want to see out there on the Speedway, as we'll get ready to set these drivers back loose once again as the number 11 rider, Cody Johnson, continues to lead the way. Johnson with another good restart, trying to keep Tyler Brickford and Ryder English back there at bay, as here comes that 86 of Derek Darnell. Darnell, one of the older fellas here in the race, unfortunately gets a little contact right there between him and that 07, as here comes Jaden Donovan. Donovan in the 32, back onto the lead lap now as he looks to work his way up and into the battle here inside the the top 3 on the speedway. As Cody Johnson out in front, showing these drivers how to get it done. Down across the line, we'll click off another lap here at Kokomo Speedway as we get only 10 more laps left to go. 10 more laps left in this one, as Justin Young says. How many laps was this race? I do believe it was a 50-lap race. 50-lap race. 50-lap race. It is a 50-lap feature event, and so far it's only been 20 minutes. I mean, but this is a very, very small racetrack, so 50 laps here around Kokomo Speedway does not take very long at all. When you look at these drivers laying down 12-second lap times, it does not take a lot of time to run, 50 laps here on the speedway. As Cody Johnson out in front, Tyler Brickford there in second, Jaden Donovan now into third as Ryder English slides back into that 4th position. Derek Darnell there in position number 5 is the Sling and Dirt Series number 86, the Star Race Cars number 86 ride now into the 4th position as Ryder English gets up, gets a big piece of that outside fence down below the start-finish line right there, and unfortunately slides back into that 5th spot on the speedway. But Johnson out in front, continuing to show these drivers that he's got the game plan, he's got the steering wheel, and he's got the setup to potentially pick up a big win here, as we'll be back at Kokomo Speedway next week for our official race here of the series. As right now this is a practice race, this is a fun race for these drivers, so there's really no points on the line, but there's still an image on the line for these drivers in the league, so you still want to run with class, you still want to run good out there on the speedway and put on a good show for all the fans in the grandstands here this afternoon. And that's exactly what Cody Johnson has been doing as he's worked himself up to the front of the field, and once he got that lead away from Tyler Brickford, rolling that outside rim, he hasn't given up on it here. We have seen Brickford continue to stay down low, even though he's starting to slide farther and farther away from that 11 ride. He's still staying true to that inside lane, as the white flag has been displayed. So for the final time, down through 3 and out of 4, Cody Johnson will pick up the win here at Kokomo Speedway. Cody Johnson getting the win here this afternoon will pull the 11 ride up and into victory lane. A great run and great drive there for the 11 machine, as Tyler Brickford will come home in second, and Jaden Donovan there in position number 3. A great run and great drive here by all of these drivers, man. Put on a heck of a show as you do see Cody Johnson pull that ride up into the Kokomo Speedway victory lane. Heck of a run, heck of a drive right there for our top 3, and we'll get ready to unfortunately say goodnight here. I don't know if these drivers are expecting post-race interviews, but unfortunately we're not going to do post-race interviews for a fun run of a race, but we are going to be doing just a good run, good race here, and some good fun here to finish off the afternoon, as some bit of a wild race there, a little bit of wild action to finish off this feature event, but man, oh man, oh man, that was a ton of fun. These guys put on another good show here for us, and I appreciate everyone tuning in and showing the love here all evening long, and, huge shout out to Connor New, obviously picking up our league race win before this one. Huge shout out there to Connor New, getting that job done there at the beautiful Volusia Speedway Park. Now, we will be back here at Kokomo Speedway next week. Now, hopefully it should be cleaner and better racing and more fun here at Kokomo Speedway next week with the league race and all the drivers loading in and not having, only 14, 15 cars out there, and then seeing the little bit of destruction that we did have there in that second race, as there was no points on the line. Nothing but fun there for that second one. So, should be good. Be a wild interview. Yeah, I don't know if it would really be a wild interview or not, Justin. I don't know. I mean, Cody didn't really see too much of the action. He was too busy there at the front of the field and battling up there. So I think it'd be pretty wild interviews for any of the drivers in the second half of that standings there for that second race of the afternoon. But nonetheless, man, it was a ton of fun. Great night of racing action. A lot of good battling, a lot of good back and forth, and some good slide jumps. 2 wide, 3 wide, 5 wide out there on the speedway. These guys still put on a good show for us, and a lot of fun to watch here this afternoon. Unfortunately, that is going to do it for us here this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Some good fun, some good racing, And unfortunately, that will do it for us on the night. We will be back in action tomorrow. Now, we don't have anything planned. We don't have any broadcasts to do tomorrow. Obviously, our Friday night leagues both concluded last Friday, so I'm not sure what we're going to be doing tomorrow. We may take the night off and just kind of sit back, relax, chillax, and take it easy after doing concrete and post holes and everything else all day tomorrow. So we may take tomorrow night off. We may go live and still do something. I don't know what we will be jumping into, but I'll keep you guys updated. I'll keep you guys updated and let you guys know, what we're going to be doing, what we're going to be hopping into. Maybe we'll be just doing some random races and a couple different just random broadcasts, or maybe we'll hop in and do a little Call of Duty, or maybe a little Fortnite, or maybe maybe we hop in. And I know a couple of my buddies, they've been doing some 5M, some GTA stuff. Maybe we'll hop in there and have some fun with them, check out his city, and try to have a little bit of fun there with GTA tomorrow night. Maybe that's something that we'll dabble into, see if we can kind of see some good views, make up a character, have some fun with the chat, and maybe get some of the our admins and maybe some of our other subscribers and stuff into the city as well, so they can have some fun and join in on the action as well. Could be something pretty fun for the community to do. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank y'all for tuning in. As Caleb Brennan says, I think I need an interview. I don't think anybody needs an interview after that one, Caleb. Unfortunately, I don't think anybody needs an interview there in that one. As that was a definitely a wild finish there to that race. Definitely a wild race all evening long for that second race here at Kokomo Speedway. And Justin says, thank you for the extra stream, and thank you for all the drivers. Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to all the drivers, all the admins, all of the fans in the stands, and huge shout out to all of our amazing sponsors here at the Velocity Racing League. And we will see you guys back here tomorrow evening for some more action. We'll be back in on Saturday as well for some more streams as well. We got some more racing on Saturday night. We'll try to do something throughout Saturday, and then Sunday we'll be back in here as well. As Justin says, GTA Online would be dope. Yeah, we may have to dabble in it. We may have to try it out. We did it a little while ago. We had some fun. We were rolling with our boy Dude Guy and some of our other buddies, and had a good time with that. Maybe we'll jump in there and see if we can have some fun with it. And I know my buddy Cab just started up a new GTA world, so maybe we'll hop in there and create our character, our persona, and our attitude and everything else, and roll with the punches and see where it takes us, and do a little GTA roleplay tomorrow afternoon. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for coming in, showing the love here in this one, and I will see you guys all back here tomorrow evening. But thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all later. Peace out for now, baby. Peace out for now, ladies and gentlemen. Man, that was a great run, great race, great show all evening long.
Heart-pounding engines roar, dust in the air, chasing dreams in the night without a care. Steel beats fall down, gripping that track. Velocity racing, don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. Sweat and grease fill the edge of the fight. Headlights slice through a moonless night. Elbows out, ready for the clash. Every twist, every turn, adrenaline flash. In the dirt where legends are made, speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the lead to feel. Velocity keeps it real. In the dirt where legends are made, speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the lead to steal. Velocity keeps it real. Don't look back. Don't look back. Spectators scream as the races align. A dance with danger on a thin white line. High octane in the veins, rush of thrill. Competing with fate, chasing that mill. Three warriors that think of the grind. Fierce and focused, always one of a kind. Victory tastes sweeter under the lights. Velocity racing, fueled by the fright. In the dirt where legends are made, speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the lead to steal. Velocity keeps it real. the dirt where legends are made. Speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the leagues of steel. Velocity keeps it real. Don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. Heart-pounding engines roar, dust in the air. Chasing dreams in the night without a care. Steel beats follow down, gripping that track. Velocity racing, don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. Sweat and grease fill the edge of the fight. Headlights slice through a moonless night. Elbows out, ready for the clash. Every twist, every turn, adrenaline flash. In the dirt where legends are made. Speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the leads of steel. Velocity keeps it real. In the dirt where legends are made. Speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the leads of steel. Velocity keeps it real. Don't look back. Don't look back. Spectators scream as the racers align. A dance with danger on a thin white line. High octane in the veins, rush of thrill. Competing with fate, chasing that mill. Pretty warriors that think of the grind. Fierce and focused, always one of a kind. Victory tastes sweeter under the lights. Velocity racing, fueled by the fright. In the dirt where legends are made. Speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the leagues of steel. Velocity keeps it real. Where legends are made, speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the leagues of steel, velocity keeps it real. In the dirt where legends are made, speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the leagues of steel, velocity keeps it real. Don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. Heart-pounding engines roar, dust in the air. Chasing dreams in the night without a care. Steel beats follow down, gripping that track. Velocity racing, don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. Sweat and grease fill the edge of the fight. Headlights slice through a moonless night. Elbows out, ready for the clash. Every twist, every turn, adrenaline flash. In the dirt where legends are made. Speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the leagues of steel. Velocity keeps it real. In the dirt where legends are made. Speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the leagues of steel. Velocity keeps it real. Don't look back. Don't look back. Spectators scream as the racers align. A dance with danger on a thin white line. High octane in the veins, rush of thrill. Competing with fate, chasing that mill. Pretty warriors that think of the grind. Fierce and focused, always one of a kind. Victory tastes sweeter under the lights. Velocity racing, fueled by the fright. In the dirt where legends are made. Speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the leagues of steel. real. In the dirt where legends are made, speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the leagues of steel, velocity keeps it real. Don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. Heart-pounding engines roar, dust in the air, chasing dreams in the night without a care. Steel beats follow down, gripping that track, velocity racing, don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. Sweat and grease fill the edge of the fight, headlights slice through a moonless night, elbows out ready for the clash, every twist, every turn, adrenaline flash. In the dirt where legends are made, speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the leagues of steel, velocity keeps it real. In the dirt where legends are made, speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the leagues of steel, velocity keeps it real. Don't look back. Don't look back. Spectators scream as the racers align, a dance with danger on a thin white line. High octane in the veins, rush of thrill, competing with fate, chasing that mill. Pretty warriors who think of the grind, fierce and focused, always one of a kind. Victory tastes sweeter under the lights, velocity racing, fueled by the fright. In the dirt where legends are made, speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the leagues of steel, velocity keeps it real. Where legends are made, speed and danger never fade. Racing hearts in the leagues of steel, velocity keeps it real. In the dirt where legends are